What is going on, guys? It is Tony from Lowell Paintball. Today I'm doing a comparison between the new HK Army SLR goggle and the KLR goggle.
Ooh, can we start with what's the same? What are the similarities?
Okay, so there are a lot of differences, but similarity. They do take the same exact lens, so whatever lens you want to swap from the KLR to the SLR, or obviously vice versa, that will work. And you guys can see the front profile of the goggle is very, very similar. Obviously, I think HK Army is smart in that aspect. They wanted to keep it like that. That's their style of goggle, but there's also a lot of differences too. So I would say the actual way the front nose piece looks is very, very similar. Obviously the lenses. And the third similarity is going to be they're both available at lonewoolpaintball.com. So
Nice. I like that. You just snuck that in there.
nailed it, because there's a lot of differences. Obviously HK Army upgraded the goggle. I'm going to first start off with price point. Price point, the SLR $189, the KLR $109. So you're in there about an $80 price point difference. So let's figure out where that comes from. All right, Mark, it's time to hammer me with some questions. Let's do it.
Well, I mean, one looks bigger than the other right off the rip.
Yep. One looks bigger than the other right off the rip. So the SLR is going to have more coverage. It is a little bit taller. It's going to cover further down in the neck and chin area. So if you take a shot to the chin or to the throat, this one hangs down a little bit lower than the KLR does. So I'm going to help actually keep these on the table so Mark can stay in focus. But the KLR is a little lower. The SLR does have more, since it is a taller goggle, more side coverage in the ear area here. So you guys can see the difference here with the KLR versus the SLR. Speaking of that, I'm going to tilt them a little bit towards you so you know what's going on. So I'm going to tilt it this, well, I guess towards me. The ear pads are completely different. These are pretty much a two-piece ear pad with neoprene foam here in the back on the KLR goggle, and over here on the SLR, it's all one piece, very, very flexible, but it does have this groove right here that allows more coverage, covers more of the back of your ear in case you get bunkered and you just want a little bit more protection. So you got an all one piece here, and then the KLR has, this is going to be a two-piece like a neoprene pad.
All right. So
Yep.
just because the KLR is smaller, I mean, it doesn't mean it's a bad mask. It's been worn for ages with the pros,
yeah. Yep.
and it's still a great mask for younger players
100%.
and smaller-headed guys, unlike ourselves.
That is a great goggle to have for sure.
How about breathability? Did they do anything with breathability?
So breathability, what HK Army did with this goggle, guys, is they wanted audible clarity and better breathability. So they wanted you to be able to speak to your teammates better, for you to be able to hear better, and for you able to breathe better so you're not huffing and puffing and fogging up the goggle. Even though it's a thermal lens, obviously we've all probably fogged one before if you've super hot outside and you've done a lot of running and some cardio. So breathability wise, look at the front of the SLR compared to the front of the KLR. They extended it downwards, as we talked about already, and they added way more ventilation in the fronts and even up near the top area. So if you can focus on the top area, Mark, you can even see there's breathability vents up top. Compared to the KLR, there is nothing that's that similar to the front of there.
All right, speaking of which, can you spin it around so we can see the top grates?
Yeah, so this is going to be the SLR, and this is going to be, let me get in there, and this is going to be the KLR. So the top grates on the SLR are longer, allowing more airflow to come out, allowing that heat to be released. So you're definitely going to want, you know, in my opinion, obviously being a bigger dude, you're out there, it's hot, you're running around all day long. I need as much air to escape from inside the goggle as possible. So for me, I'm probably going to choose the SLR, but if you're a smaller guy, you might want to, you know, KLR, like Mark said earlier, is not a bad goggle whatsoever.
How does the bigger grates affect the foam? Because I know the foam snaps into those grates.
Yes, both of these goggles do have that removable foam. Did we hit on that earlier?
I don't think we did. I think we skipped that as a similarity.
But it's a similarity, but the foam is different. The foam on this one, on the SLR, won't go into the KLR because the grates are longer. The actual clip-in foam pads on here are also longer itself. So what you need to do is, say you were a bad day out there on the field, and you got super sweaty and your foam started to fall apart after many, many uses. Obviously all this foam is clip-in. This one's got a tri-layer foam on here, so it helps kind of keep you cool and absorb a ton of moisture, so it's not getting down in your face when you play.
But those long spike looking clips, yes, those are what are longer on this one.
Correct.
That they won't fit in the KLR.
Correct, exactly. They're longer. The actual vents up top are longer, obviously, so they're not really going to mesh and fit. So the similarity, I guess we could say, the foam is removable on both, but it's not going to be interchangeable.
Okay.
And then obviously this foam on here, it is not as fancy. I'll kind of just put these aside. This one's got like HK Army written on the inside, and this one, I'm going to spin it around for you, Mark, does not have that.
Aww.
So, well, I mean, no one's really ever going to see it, but it's just a nice little added feature. All right, I'll put them back down on the table. Let me clip these boys back in. And what is the next thing you'd like to talk about?
I was going to make you turn them around again so you could see the straps.
Yeah, so the straps are definitely different. The new SLR is coming with the CTX Pro Pad, I'd like to call it. It's got the tackiness here in the back, like the silicone tacking. So whether you got your headgear on, beanie, or you don't wear any of that stuff, it's not going to slip and slide around on your head. So all this has silicone tacking. It's extremely hard to slip off. And, you know, on the old KLR, it didn't come with the CTX pad. So you got that. I mean, there's still silicone on the strap here. Get that out of the way. Still silicone on the strap, but this pad really, really makes a difference. I like it.
All right, dumb question, and we didn't look into this ahead of time. Are the straps interchangeable? How they connect? We didn't look to see.
Oh, that is a good question.
Oh. You might have to pop one off real quick just to see.
Okay, all right. Well, we're just
Sorry,
gonna go.
we're on the fly.
No worries. That's fine. I'm looking there. Let's look here and see what. I'm just gonna see first off if that. I'm just gonna. Hey, how about this? I'm gonna pull this out. Hey, we're on the fly. Sorry, guys, stay with us.
Hey,
I'm gonna pull this out.
This is how we do.
I'm just gonna slide this on here and see if the clip system. It looks like this. Look at this.
Oh!
Look at that.
Hey, for all you Siamese twins out there.
That looks, oh my gosh. Oh man. So yeah, it looks like it clips in there. So I think these straps would definitely work with one another, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
I like that. All right, you got any other hard questions on the spot for me, Mark? Or what?
Chin straps. We got to get to the chin straps.
Okay, we'll get there. Let me just clip this back in.
But hard questions? No, I'm good.
And if you guys are wondering how I did that, watch our lens swap video on the SLR, and that'll show you. And we're going to talk about chin straps, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I like chin straps.
Chin straps.
I like to be safe when I play my tournaments.
We've got the KLR with your standard buckle and clasp.
Boring.
With a nice little pad. But then when you move on to the SLR, they've got their new all-magnetic one, which is super easy if you're on the field. Just clips in. Literally, you can, when it's on your face, you don't have to see it. The magnets on there are just going to pull them together, and you're going to be nice and safe. This one does come with more like a velvet pad. And this one, what would you call that, Mark? Like, it's almost like a
felt or something?
Yeah, exactly. Like a felt pad on the KLR versus a more velvety on the SLR. Okay, so we did the ears, the straps, the lenses, one thing I do want to talk about before we close this video out, guys. You will notice a huge difference in flexibility. Once again, when HK designed this goggle, they wanted you to be able to speak clear. They wanted it to be more comfortable. Look at the flexibility on this, on the SLR. Super flexible all the way around, even into the ear zone.
Can you roll it up for our...
You can't pull a flex move, but it's very flexible. Over here, though, you've got not much flexing going on there, Mark.
I'm getting all the bounces with that SLR.
Yeah, the SLR, it's really an upgrade. The price, we're talking $189 for the SLRs, $109 for the KLRs, once again. Both great goggles if you guys really want to step it up in the tournament scene, or even if you're a woods ball player looking for great breathability, you don't want anything to fog, hit up the SLR, and most importantly, hit up loneWolfPaintball.com. We carry all these great products in stock all the time, ready to go. Follow us on TikTok, on Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys wanted to know the difference, here it is. LoneWolfPaintball.com's opinion.
And let us know what masks you want to see comparisons for in the future.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See you.